still feel exhausted, even when you slow down? You've tried the planners. You've rearranged your schedule. You've even told yourself to just push through. But you're still tired, behind, and wondering, what's wrong with me? I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me much earlier. You're not lazy. You're overloaded. And today I want to help you see burnout through a lens of grace, so you can stop blaming yourself and start rebuilding something gentler, stronger, and far more aligned with how God designed you. A few years ago during finals week, I hit my breaking point. I was juggling work, grad school, and caregiving, and every day felt like a race I was losing. One afternoon, I sat in my car, completely drained, tears streaming down my face. I had deadlines, dishes, and to-do lists piling up. But more than anything, I felt like I was failing at everything that mattered. That moment stopped me, not just because of the exhaustion, but because of the shame I was carrying underneath it all. And it wasn't just me. A student of mine recently felt the same, struggling to keep pace in a fast-moving course. She thought she lacked motivation, but what she really needed was room to breathe. Her struggle wasn't about effort. It was about capacity. If you're blaming yourself for falling behind, if you've been calling your fatigue laziness, this message is for you. Because here's the truth. Balance isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most in a way that honors your current season and your creator. In the next few minutes, I'll show you why burnout gets misdiagnosed as laziness, why rigid structure alone can't heal your overwhelm, and how to begin shifting from shame to stillness with faith as your foundation. Let's rebuild with grace. We live in a culture that glorifies hustle and shames rest. And as faith-driven women, we often feel like we need to keep it all together to be seen as strong, worthy, or responsible. But burnout doesn't always show up as chaos. Sometimes it looks like brain fog, forgetfulness, losing motivation for things you used to enjoy, feeling emotionally or spiritually numb. These aren't signs of laziness. They're signals that your soul is asking for rest. Here's where we often make things worse. We buy a new planner, we rewrite the routine, we double down on discipline. But here's the truth. You cannot organize your way out of emotional depletion. That student I mentioned earlier, she was trying to push through a heavy season, but no calendar hack could solve what she hadn't been given space to grieve. What she needed wasn't a schedule, it was support. You don't need to be more productive. You need to be seen. And sometimes you need to see yourself again. So what do we do instead? We reframe. In my own journey, I created a simple rhythm-based framework rooted in 3 things. Faith, reconnecting with God's design for your season. Focus, building clarity around what really matters. Follow through, creating rhythms that feel sustainable, not stressful. This is a rhythm I explore more deeply inside my growing community, designed for women rebuilding with grace. And it starts with a small question. What am I carrying what God hasn't called me to carry? Here's a mindset shift that may help. Old thought, I have so much to do, I'll never catch up. New truth, with God's help, I can create structure and calm, one faithful step at a time. Friend, God hasn't called you to carry it all, just what He's equipped you for in this season, and He equips us with grace. If this message spoke to you, will you share it with a friend who might be feeling the same way? And if you're looking for faith-rooted support and a place to rebuild your rhythm with others who get it, I'd love to welcome you into my private school community. You don't have to hustle your way to healing. You can start right where you are with the help of a God who never rushes your restoration.